I'm Sarah from The Upcoming. Such a pleasure to meet you here in beautiful, beautiful Cannes.
I know, lucky us. Gorgeous, eh?
Maybe you could just tell us a bit about Studio Soho and what we're doing here today.
Studio Soho is, we're calling it a boutique umbrella. We're a little bit worried that sounds pretentious, but it's a tiny media empire. So it supports filmmakers from conception of the film right through to distribution. So it starts off with Soho Talent, which is a company that pairs veteran filmmakers with novice directors or actors, writers, and helps them to take more control of their material, find investment, teaches them how to produce a movie. We provide, script development and all kinds of things. Then we have a production arm, which is Captain Dolly, which I head up with Ronnie Ancona. And we've got a couple of films that we're making this year, which we're very excited about. I know everyone says we're excited, but because it's our first ones, we actually are excited. I'm not even lying, we are excited. And then we have Nick Cray, ADR. We have virtual studios. So we don't have a cyclorama-sized screen. We have a small screen that's useful for pickup, so the LEDs are quite close together. So it's like being in a video game. And some of our sets are being provided by companies that make games like Fortnite. And Helsinki, we're very proud to have a strong Finnish connection. The Finns are brilliant at VR. And then, then we can do all the edit, the grade, all of that in-house, which obviously helps to bring your costs down. So you can attempt more ambitious things on a lower budget. And we've got the best ADR in the business, Nick Cray, just upstairs with 2 large ADR suites, one of which is a crowd room, so it's got the largest crowd room in London there. So you can do battles. You can battle orcs with a load of middle-aged men from Surrey. And then we have a distribution arm, which is currently that and the ADR are already operating at full strength. So we're very happy that one of the films we're distributing, The Man Who Sold His Skin, got nominated for an Oscar this year. And we're at the moment releasing films at the rate of about 1 a month.
And you were mentioning just in there, like one of the driving forces behind it is so that, veteran actors want to try their hand at filmmaking.
Yes.
To keep control of the process. And do you think that's also particularly true for female directors and perhaps people that didn't have access in the past?
Yes.
And this is kind of something that's really in need of.
Well, I feel that. I was quite struck reading the interviews with Rebecca Hall and Maggie. I always get her name wrong. Gyllenhaal, yeah.
I'm probably wrong.
I was really struck that because they were beautiful and could act, they were always put in that role. So I think even people who have had access to, huge Hollywood films, maybe wanted to direct but weren't allowed. I mean, I don't know the up-to-date figures, but I remember last time I looked at the Women in Film and Television website, it was something like 60% of all shorts were directed by women and only 10% of features, because of course, there's a lot of investors who want to keep their investments, so they keep investing in things that previously had success. So it is hard for people of all, for different races and disabilities to break in as well. And of course, it's been very hard for women. And I think it's a visual medium, and there's still a lot of work to do on accepting images of natural-looking women as they get older on screen. If we're completely honest, Sadie could get her films made. It's an obvious marriage, and she did, in fact, get the first one made by Goldfinch. But it feels very encouraging to us that she's chosen to come with us because she believes we can do better for her than other people. I think partly because we're a small, tiny empire, so you can be more ambitious. So that she'll have cut price access to VR, for example, when it helps her to make a more imaginative documentary about the 60s than she otherwise could. And we can obviously edit cheaper, voice it cheaper, and distribute it. So, I think that makes us quite an attractive option to people who are already well established.
I won't take even more of your time, but just very quickly, can you mention a little bit about your own career and, obviously you're involved in this side of things, but also other acting jobs that you've got coming up?
Well, yesterday it was really strange. I had the lead in a film called How to Please a Woman, an Australian comedy that launched yesterday. And it was so weird not to be there, to be the other side of the world when that was opening. It was opening in Australia on 240 screens, and it's about it's based on a true story of a rather frumpy bonjour see, it's useful not having had Botox or any plastic surgery. After a while, there are parts that still need to be played, stories that still need to be told. Yes, who sets up a cleaning agency that's entirely staffed by men who then start to offer sexual services on the side to a clientele that's mainly women over 40, single women over 40. And it's really a means for discussing the fact that women do 70% of the housework and married heterosexual women have fewer orgasms than any other part of the population, and questioning whether those two things are related. So it seems to be going down a complete storm in Australia. It's a broad comedy, and it's intended to be very broad, so that large groups can go together. And I'm more than gutted I just can't see it with a cinema audience, because apparently it's amazing. It's like women standing up and screaming and yelling, "Too right!" and "You tell them!" and things like that. So that's the most recent one.
Amazing. So lovely to chat to you. Thank you
too.
for your time.
Thanks.
Thanks.